Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Muji Baba ki Jai. Who does the I represent? You're doing this little exercise. All to say I. Say I.
I.
And in this I, what are you representing? Because it's the term we often use. Very, very often. And it seems to be central in our existence. This I. And if you check and you find that only a certain set of sensations which are being perceived, those are I. And I can tell you that there is no actual reason why that should be so. All these reasons are just notional, just conceptual. So in a way, we can say jokingly that you're being unfair to yourself. If only some perceptions you claim as I, and everything else you claim as other. There is no real reason for this distinction. Then you come to this point where you say, all that is appearing is I. There is no reason to draw this line between I and another. All that is appearing is I. But then I would say, you're still being a bit unfair, you know. You see? Because you are not including that which perceives all these appearances. And there is no reason for even this distinction. So we've gone from identifying with only a certain set of sensations to seeing that all of these sensations are just perceptions within my own being. There is no distinction to be found here. To then seeing that I am that which also perceives all these appearances. And yet in itself, although it is known, it does not have a qualitative appearance. Now you have included all that appears and disappears, and that which perceives this appearing and disappearing. And you see that both of them are included in your very existence. Now you have included both the birds as I. Not just the birds actually, but also everything in which the first bird seems to be running about in. That entire space and time has also been included in you, that which perceives the first bird. And now that you see this effortlessly, you find that you are aware of even this perception. So this third bird, the unchanging, unmoving awareness, is called the absolute. Why absolute? Because it is absolutely unchanging, absolutely untouched, and absolutely without any labels, unlabelable. And this is what satsang is. I know that every day I come and say different things, so this is what satsang is. But this is what satsang is. To move away from just this limiting notion that I is something so small and tiny, just a certain set of sensations, to include all sensations, all perceptions, all appearances, to include that which perceives and is the screen and the light of all these appearances, and then ultimately to find that perception or no perception, that which is aware of perception or no perception, remains my unchanging self. And although there is only one self, which includes all things, there are aspects of myself which are changing, and there is a greater aspect of myself which is unchanging. And you don't have to get to this. You don't have to become this. This is what you already are. All divisions, all distinctions, all limitation, all separation is just from concepts. You are the light of this world. All exists in the existence of your light. Can you testify to the existence of even the sun, which seems like the biggest light that you can come across? Can you testify to its existence unless you exist? So this existence is being explored here. This is your being, your God presence. And your presence is just here now. This now is not a moment in time. It is that now in which moments come and go, but you remain unchanging. It is that for which no time exists. And this is true about you now. Even now, if you were to check for just a minute, you'll find that all time exists only for objects in my perception. That which is perceiving them is not subject to any time. It is timeless. And it is here. And all that is subject to time. Take some space. But you are that in which this time and space, they appear and they disappear. And this is not some fancy, esoteric description. It is just your simple, natural reality. Now, as someone was saying yesterday, it will seem like a big magic trick, some weird, strange thing, that which is beyond space and time considers itself to be such a small object, just a set of sensations, perceptions. How is it possible? Why? Why does it happen? Consciousness. This is the play of consciousness. Tasting itself as a limited object and then enjoying the taste of its discovery of unlimitation. Sometimes what happens is, as we are tasting this, our unlimited being can say, this is too much. This is too much for me. Yes, and that is true. It is too much for the me. But for you, it is what you are. And all of you, as you are having this insight about what you truly are, also will start to notice that anytime there is a notion of suffering, whether it is a grievance, whether it is pride, whether it is guilt, whether it is arrogance, whether it is resentment, you start to notice that consciousness must be now believing a lie about itself. That is why it is going me, and therefore going ow, ow, ow. Consciousness posing as a cat. cannot suffer without giving assent to a limited notion about yourself. Including the notion that I should not be suffering. That is why one of my favorite terms these days is motionless existence. You don't need a concept to exist, but you do need a concept to pick up the pretense of the limited one. You do need a concept to suffer. The non-existent me is the super concept that all other concepts are selling you. But your being, God, is just here naturally and effortlessly. And in Satsang, we move away from concern for this limited, non-existent entity to just starting to really enjoy our very presence with all of its varied tastes. Some can seem sweet and some can seem bitter. Pain can still come. But pain, when tasted without the additional burden of the conceptual me, is also a beautiful taste. This question is exactly what we are speaking of. Whatever taste is coming, whatever sensations might be experienced, without the filter of this me, without the notion of this me, you find that all these sensations and experiences cannot overwhelm the space that you are. Your spaciousness is beyond anything that can appear in this space of appearances. And you will find this upon your own investigation. Guruji has this very beautiful example of this, about how it is the interpretation which makes it seem so different. He says that if there's a sense, or you had to speak on stage or something like that, see, and if you're not used to it, you can have a sense of stage fright, and you might say some energetic appearances are appearing, and you might call that, oh, I'm so nervous, this is so bad, I'm just going to mess up, this is not good, you see, energetically. And you find another set of experiences which are not so different energetically, you see, quite similar energetically, that which you call excitement. Suppose you're going to go on a big holiday that you're very excited about, a similar energy can come. But then you might say, oh, I'm so excited, I'm so happy, yes, this is so good, see, I'm already starting to feel so happy and excited. Energetically, if you were to look at both the sensations, they are not so different. Okay? In fact, the entire energetic spectrum for the real you is really nothing much. It's just some little bit of sugar and spice here and there. But for the notional you, it is too much. So in this, as Bhagavan said, as you are finding out what you are, all this concern about which sensation, which emotion, which perception, what is coming, what is not coming, all this becomes very light and easy. Of course, my preferences can still be there. Nobody wants to say, oh, I really want something bad to happen to my family, something, should happen to this body. We're not really inviting these experiences. But the feverishness about these things becomes much milder. Even after we know that it is just a movie, usually we like to see happy endings in movies. So there can be a preference that this life goes with ease and with spontaneity and everything is well for all beings. These preferences, these blessings can be there. But there is a greater trust that whatever is the will of consciousness, whatever is the will of God, let thy will be done. And mostly a dissolution of this oppressive why. There's an oppressive why, which is why me? And there's a wonder why, which is like, why? So the same term, mostly it is used in a very oppressive way, which is why me? Why does this happen to me? And there's a wonder why, which is why is God playing this game? So as you resolve the me, as your I drops away from representing the false, even if it has not come to the point of representing the absolute, even the dropping away from representing the false is actually enough. There's a great sage in India. There was a great sage in India. His name was Bulle Shah. Now, Bulle Shah said, in one time he wrote this entire set of verses on, I don't know who I am. I just don't know who I am. So this I don't know is not to be looked down upon. I don't know is already the best news. That means the false ideas about yourself you have dropped. That is why Bhagavan said, True knowledge is merely the dropping of that which is false. The discovery of the self is merely the dropping of the notional me. So I stopped making this reference from just a set of sensations and calling it me. We stop making this reference seriously. Conversationally, of course, we can still operate in this world in the most natural way. But we are not taking this me seriously now. And with the dropping of this which is false, the truth is already apparent to you. You might not yet have the words for it. You might not seem to have an answer for it. It might seem like an I don't know. And that is fine. Is there anything more pristine? Is there anything more immaculate than dipping your attention in the Ganga of your own presence? And coming to the dissolution of attention itself. As you remain that, which is just aware of even this presence. All worldly tastes, they are coming and going. The immaculate taste of your own presence is just here. To tie yourself to world appearances which will come and go is suffering, is hell actually. And to remain immersed in your holy presence is peace, is heaven. Thank you all for your messages and questions. I hope we've answered most of the questions which were there, and it's all good. It's all good. Thank you all so much for being in Satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Muji Baba ki Jai.
Sadhguru Shri Ananta-Part ki Jai.